The FA Challenge Cup, everyone wants to win.
Crazy gang have beaten the Culture Club. Gerrard! Oh yes!
There's a red scarlet night over Wembley.
He saved it and made history. What a goal! Rambo the scorer. It's Didier Drogba. One of the great cut shots of all time.
Joy that all professional footballers hope for.
Moment of treasure. Manchester City, FA Cup winners.
Elton, SC9, home to Cray Valley Paper Mills FC. The club started life as a works team in 1919. These days, the Millers ply their trade in the 8th tier and are in the first round of the cup for only the second time. Just up the road, less than 3 miles as the crow flies, is the Royal Borough of Greenwich's only EFL club, Charlton Athletic. Now in League One, the Addicts had a notable 7 straight years in the Premier League.
And the valley has erupted.
They've torn it up in the FA Cup and all.
A 1-0 victory gives the cup to Charlton Athletic.
After more than a century living side by side, today these neighbours meet at last as Eltham's finest roll up the A2 to the Valley for the FA Cup's first ever Greenwich Borough derby. Could a South London upset be on the cards?
Good evening, welcome to the Valley for a London derby like no other. It is Charlton Athletic of League One against non-league Cray Valley Paper Mills in the FA Cup first round. So a very good evening to you, welcome to the Valley. It's going to be a fantastic first round match this evening, and delighted to say I'm joined by a Charlton Athletic legend in Paul Konchesky and a legend in Jobi McAnuff. Good evening, gents, very good to see you. Look, there's a big distance in quality between these two sides, but very, very close when it comes to where the clubs are based. Could that be a shock tonight, Jobi?
Listen, I think you have to come if you're Cray Valley and really make sure that you get absolutely everything spot on.
Yeah, massively. I think being 3 miles apart with something to play for next round of the FA Cup.
Yeah, well, talking of Cray Valley Paper Mills, they are 117 places, of course, in the football pyramid below Charlton. It is a long way from League One to the Isthmian League South East Division, and it's a big day in the Lisby household. Kyrell is Cray Valley's top scorer. His dad, Kevin, used to play there as well. He's best known, of course, as a Charlton Athletic legend. And Liam McDevitt spoke to them.
Huge opportunity for him tonight, but also a real special day for the Lisby family.
And with the greatest respect to the camera operator in those opening rounds, the cameras have got a bit better tonight, haven't they?
Should be expecting a few better angles than that, yeah.
But also, what have you made of the changes that Michael Appleton has made? Because they've got a big game against Portsmouth next Saturday, of course, Paul.
Yeah, they have. I'm surprised he's made 11, I think he's made today. He's putting a lot of faith in his squad.
Indeed, let's hear from the managers. They've been talking to Mark Scott.
Well, Michael, you said that you were going to make changes, and 11 of them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously, there's still a hell of a lot of experience in that group. I thought that might be one of the questions. There's about 1,600 appearances between this group that are starting today. So
some people will say this is a free hit for the club because you're playing a side so much higher up the pyramid. But having spoken to you before, I don't think that's the way that you're going to view it.
No, you don't. You want to come and win games of football, but we've got to be realistic. You know, where Charlton are and what they're trying to achieve, promotion into the Championship.
We are all set. Sit back, relax and enjoy it in the company of Matty Upson and Mark Scott.
Thank you very much indeed, Jason. So it is Valley at the Valley as the Millers aim to scale a mountain in terms of the football pyramid. 5 leagues and 117 places separate the sides. Indeed, if it were to happen, it would be the biggest upset from an away team in the competition's history in terms of the league ladder. Quite a contrast geographically, just 2.5 miles as the crow flies between the clubs, so perhaps no surprise that this is one of the closest first round draws in FA Cup history, along with Everton against Liverpool and Nottingham Forest against Notts County. And Appleton said that he would make changes for this evening's match, and he has named a completely different 11 to the side that started the midweek win at Wigan. However, he points to the fact that there is still plenty of experience in the ranks. Amongst them is James Abakwa, who's on loan from Udinese and played a couple of games in Serie A last season. Caroy Anderson won his first caps for Jamaica last month, and Chem Campbell is on loan from Wolves. There's Lisby in action at the Valley again. Kevin's 19-year-old son, Kirel, is arguably the star man in this Millers side. 13 goals in 17 games this season, 7 of them coming in the Cup. Freddie Parker's no slouch up top either. 6 of his 11 have also come in this competition. Michael Adamalui completes the front line. He lost at this stage in 2021 with Bowers and Pitsy against Michael Appleton's Lincoln City. Speaking of footballers who had their heyday in the 90s, Matt Upson's alongside me.
Thanks for the intro. Yeah, this is Tedic. He's going to be big this evening for Charlton. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders, huge changes from them, and he's going to have to lead that line and put away some of the chances that you'd think Charlton are going to create.
So Charlton Athletic in the red shirts and white shorts and red socks will be kicking from right to left in this first half. So Cray Valley Paper Mills get their big night at the Valley. Not only are they up against EFL opposition, but also a former winner of the FA Cup, Charlton Athletic, triumphing in 1947. So still up for grabs then at half-time at the Valley. Charlton Athletic 1, Cray Valley Paper Mills 0.
Mark and Matty, thank you both very much indeed. Well, looking at the stats, 69% possession for Charlton Athletic, 12 shots, as opposed to 31% of the ball for Cray Valley. But the fact is, Jobi, that they're still in this.
Very much so, and I think particularly after conceding so early on, you want to come here and try and keep it as tight as you can.
Thank you very much indeed. 4 other ties played today. Let's show you the best of the action from some of them. It's been a fantastic weekend of FA Cup action right across the BBC. 2 other results this afternoon. Fleetwood Town had to come from behind to see off non-league Kidderminster Harriers. Sean Rooney scored the winner for the League One side. Derby County got 2 late goals to earn a replay against Crewe Alexandra. Don't forget, you can see highlights of all the games from the FA Cup first round tonight, 8 o'clock on BBC 3 or later on BBC 2. And Chappers will have the best of the Premier League Match of the Day 2 featuring Forest against Villa and Luton Town against Liverpool. BBC 1 tonight at 10:30. Well, also the second round draw took place earlier today. Non-league Chesterfield, who knocked out League One leaders Portsmouth today. They're at home to Leyton Orient. Aldershot, who scored 7 at Swindon yesterday. Sorry, Swindon fans. That's the second time we've mentioned that tonight. They've been drawn against Stockport County. Alfreton of the National League North host Walsall. Blackpool, who beat Bromley in our live game last night, will play Scarborough or Forest Green. But a bit of attractive tie for National League side Eastleigh. They're at home to League One Reading. The winners of this tie tonight will travel to Gillingham for another local derby. And Ramsgate, 8th tier, last out of the hat. Their reward for beating Woking is a trip to AFC Wimbledon. So delighted to say that Kevin Lisby joins us. Kev, hello, good evening to you. Welcome, lovely to see you. We've got a bit of a treat for you as well, okay? Yeah. So have a look at this screen here. Talk us through this. So here we go. Second half about to get underway. Let's hand you back to Matty Upson and Mark Scott.
Thank you very much indeed, Jason. Well, just look at those scenes. It feels like a win for them. It has ended in a draw. Charlton Athletic 1, Cray Valley Paper Mills 1.
Well, just magnificent. We've been to many of these FA Cup ties, but this is one of the best atmospheres. Look at that away end, absolutely sensational. And we're delighted to say the Cray Valley manager Steve McKim is with us. We're going to do a very quick chat with you, Steve, and then you can run to the away end and celebrate. Thank you so much for joining us here. I mean, what a performance from your lads today.
I can't speak highly of the players. They were unbelievable. We knew we was up against it coming here for our hideout up in the league.
I'm delighted to say another guest has run over. Sonny Black, player of the match. Sonny, many congratulations. I mean, can you sum up the emotions?
Oh, thank you. No, I don't think there's any words that can sum that up. Well, that wasn't in our wildest dreams. That was just, it was amazing to come here and get a draw at the Valley.
He was cramping up the whole of the second half, but
fantastic.
That's what you need to do. Again, don't let them get free opportunities in the box, and to a man, they were exceptional tonight.
What you doing the week after next? Fancy the replay?
For sure, yeah. Can't wait for it.
It's going to be a great night out, isn't it? And they'll fancy it, won't they, Jobi?
Absolutely, particularly with that crowd that we saw tonight. They'll be coming in. It'll be a packed house. And we've seen today they can cause problems. They're magnificent.
Have you enjoyed it, Jobi?
Brilliant, brilliant cup
Been
tie.
great having you. Paul?
Yeah, loved it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lee. Really good to see you. So many congratulations to Cray Valley Paper Mills. They have delivered one of the scorelines of the FA Cup first round proper. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Down in the depths of this valley of mine, I hold out for hope just enough to get by. I look at the stars and see how they light up the sky. Some days it feels like a mountain to climb. Go up and go down, it's a white knuckle ride that twists and it turns. I'm leaving this valley behind.